All right. Trade review, how to capture market turning points. So, let me see, from here down to here, my entries and exits. So we'll go over those today. On the left is the hourly, on the right is the 5 minute. So coming into the morning today is we're right here, right? I'm looking, these are where I'm looking in the morning. So we have sellers up here. Okay, so I'm looking at this. This is also supply on this candle. So I'm kind of looking at this area. Draw it from the top and I draw it to the close and the open of these two candles. So that's the area. I believe there are sellers coming into the morning. Now if we look at the demand, so if we get up there, I'll take a sell. So now I want to figure out where I want to take a buy. So if we look up to the left, we have this demand. So price, let me show you. So right here we came up, price paused here, came back, pulled back shortly, and went straight up. This is a rally, base rally. So this would be the demand. That's all that this zone is right here. So if we look at this zone, beautiful zone, we pause for just a little bit, go much higher after. So this is a zone I'm interested in. As you can see, the day before, we have a bounce out of it. So if you go to my thinking outside the candle video, you'll see that this formed demand like this. We came back into it and removed buyers to this point. Okay, so that's where the buyers are. Coming into the morning, we bounce. We already bounced there overnight. Okay, so that's the second time we hit the zone. This is what would be left of the buyers, but coming into it the third time, most likely this doesn't hold. So I'm not looking at the zone. What else do we have further to the left? We have, you might say this is demand here, right? You can say this is demand here, but you always have to think where the real buyers are, right? So this move started from this low, we pushed up. So essentially this whole candle formed demand, this green candle. But it's when it's big like this, I'll just draw it to the open. I'll just use the wick. So this is the demand from this candle. And we come back, retest the demand and remove the buyers to this point. And then we blast up. So this is where I'm looking for buyers. If we make it up here, I want to sell. If we make it down here, I want to buy. Unfortunately, coming into the morning on the 5 minute now, we just started breaking down. I wasn't too confident just how bullish we've been. I didn't want to just jump in a short. It would have been beautiful. And we didn't expect this to hold on the hourly. So that would have been a good short, but we missed it. And then once on the hourly here, we have this candle. And then once we break down on this large candle, this becomes supply on the hourly. Okay, so on this candle, we form the supply on the hourly. So now we have the sellers up here, and we have where we believe the buyers to be down here. So we break down, we miss this short. But once this starts breaking down, our expectation are these buyers right here. And then I'll draw on the 5 minute. These are the hourly sellers that we just created. So right here on this candle, we created this supply zone on the hourly. So this is what we know at this point in the morning right here. Let's look at the trades that I took. I wanted to buy down here. I was really confident in this zone, so I took a stab. Oh, I want to go over this. We had this nice trend down here, and then we get this expansion move down. That's usually like a capitulation move at the end of the trend. Like, that's a really good signal. So I threw in an order here. I think I had a 5-point stop. I got stopped out. I just didn't want to miss the trade. So let me come back into the zone and start pulling in, and I execute like a double position there. So now we're long in the market, stop below this low. We believe we found buyers at this point. So when this candle turns up here, when this candle here closes, let me say, we created demand. Okay, that tells me essentially that we found buyers. Once we find buyers, our expectation is to go to the sellers up here. This was a strong move down. I don't know if it's going to go all the way back up there, so I'm going to take profits along the way. So along the way, I take my first profit here because on this tiny candle here, we paused and dropped lower. This candle is definitely supply. I don't think it's too strong. I don't think it's going to hold at this point, but it is supply. There are sellers there, so I take some profits. Then the next area I'm looking at is this high. We take this high, and to like up at the top of these wicks here, that's the next area of possible sellers that I'm looking at. So I take more contracts off in this area. I get out of this long position right here because we're getting close to the sellers. And this was really an exaggerated move. So at this point, I just want to lock it in. So I get out of this position. So now we want to capture the other turning point in the market, right? We know where the sellers are. They told us in the morning where they were. And we come into them now. Now right here, I try to jump into a position early, just like I did at the bottom. I was a little early at the top, got stopped out for 5 points. We pause and start rolling over here when on this candle, this candle closes, and when we break the low, this makes supply. So on this candle here, we form supply on the 5-minute, and we're in hourly supply. So I throw on a short right here. We start making oh, okay, so once I think we found sellers at this point, where do I think we're going to go? Well, really, I'll take a fib on a move like this. So I'm looking at around 50%. This is a 45 to 55% fib zone. That's always a nice retracement. I am also looking inside the candles here with a volume profile tool. If I expand it, oops, we can see that volume kind of dies off in this area too. So we're looking at about a 50% retracement here and volume dying off in this area. So I want to be looking for profits here. I'm in short these positions. I take one off when we get close to this area. And this one is just at the end of the day, I close out. It's 3 o'clock Central. So that one just gets closed out there. So lots of things going on. But you can see if you know where the main buyers and sellers are, you can take small risk positions to get to the opposing orders. Once we found buyers down here, where are the sellers? Well, they're all the way up here. I mean, that's where the sellers are in the higher time frame. And that's where we end up going. So, pretty cool day. Unfortunately, we missed the short down, but we caught the long up and the short to the end of the day. And that's how you capture market turning points. So, let me know if you have any questions.